Born on the Cloud. All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to How to Generate Unlimited Leads and Referrals and Grow Your Business Fast by adding this one strategy to your business. All right, so first I want to thank all of you for coming and taking time out of your busy evening to be here to learn something new that could grow your business, explode your business growth, and send you to the next level. So first, before I get into the content, I just want to share a little bit about myself and how I got here. I'm just going to be really brief, and because most of you know me and know where I came from, and that is, this is my corporate America, because I started in corporate America in this building and then went to this building years ago as a systems consultant right out of college, right? Excuse me, I'm so excited. Sometimes I spit on myself, but that's okay. And so I started out in the 80s as a systems consultant, and I used to speak to get clients. And when I first started speaking, I failed miserably because I didn't know what I was doing. I learned real quick that just because I could flap my jaw didn't make me a public speaker. And one day this woman came up to me and she said, "Honey, I hate to tell you this. Now, if someone came up to you like that and said that to you, what do you think's coming?" Right? Nothing good was coming. I just knew that. And I said, "What is it?" And she said, "Honey, do you know that after every sentence you say okay?" And of course, the only thing I could think of saying to her back was okay. But I got it in that moment, just like that, that I was the problem, that I was not respecting public speaking, that I didn't get trained, that it was a profession like any other profession that had training and needed to be respected and done right. So I decided that wasn't going to happen to me again, and I was going to learn how to do this right and learn the ins and outs. And I did. I took training. I hired mentors. I did everything I could. And it wasn't long before I would go out there and go blah, 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 poof, clients. And I thought to myself, this stuff really works. When you know how to do it right, and you know how to craft a speech properly and persuasively, you can get a ton of clients, ton of leads, ton of referrals every single time. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So 15 years ago, I left corporate America and started my own entrepreneurial company that, of course, I have today. And since that time, I've trained over 5,000 business owners like yourself how to use public speaking to grow their business. And I've given 3,500 speeches plus all over the world. And I don't say that to brag or to impress you. Well, maybe a little bit, but I say it to impress upon you that public speaking is a learned skill and anybody can learn it. You can learn it as long as you're learning it from the right person, right? From someone who's doing it day in and day out. And so that's what I've been doing, is teaching business owners and entrepreneurs how to embrace it as a marketing strategy so they can get the clients that they deserve and get a lot of them fast. And that's our conversation that we're going to have this evening. All right. So hold on just a moment. Let me get our... All right, so again, I've given over 3,500 speeches all over the world. I've trained over 5,000 business owners, hosted over 700 live events. I have 30 years of speaking. I wish that was a smaller number sometimes, but I have 15 years of my own business. I've worked for myself longer than I've worked for anybody else, and I'm a pretty cool boss. I let myself do anything, right? All right, so the conversation we're going to have tonight and the strategy you're going to add is, of course, public speaking. Public speaking. Now, some of you have thought about public speaking. Some of you may be afraid of public speaking, and some of you have already started public speaking. And this is what I love about those of you that have already started it, already dabbled at it, already thought about it, is that there's so much more to learn. Public speaking, like any other career, industry, changes every year. I mean, just think about how much computers have changed. Well, public speaking maybe has not been as revolutionary as maybe in Facebook and social media and all that crazy stuff that's going so fast, but I'm telling you, it has changed. So whatever you learned in college, whatever you've learned even last year has changed. So this is the beginning. I can't possibly tell you all the changes, but I can in this hour and 15 minutes, but I can tell you the reasons why you need to add it to your marketing strategy for your business. All right, ready? All right, so why should you add that? I think if I know the why I should do something, I'm more apt to do it. I don't know about you, but I'm more apt to do it. If someone says, you know, you really need to do this because, then I'm more apt to do it than someone just tell me you need to do this, right? So if you're like me, then here is the reason why. Because visibility is the key to selling. If you want to sell, you need to be visible. The more people that know you, the better. So it's not who you know anymore, it's who knows you. Now, is everybody okay with the microphone? Does it still sound good? If so, says yes. Okay, that's awesome, awesome. Okay, rock. So just type in there to make sure that you can still hear me. If at any time you can't, then let me know. All right, because I'm trying out this beautiful piece of equipment for the first time. All right, so visibility is the key to selling. If you were the best kept secret in your industry, then nobody's going to buy from you. There is so much competing today for our attention and for, you know, there's so much competition. So how do you dominate the competition? What I like to say is, how do you upstage the competition, your competition? And that is public speaking. If you want more business, you need to upstage your competition, because I can guarantee you they're not speaking. All right, Gray, I can guarantee you that they're not speaking to get business. So upstage them and you add it to your strategy. All right, so here's a mantra that I just always say to everyone. If you want more sales, you need to get in front of more people. Period. Period. There is no other way. If you want more sales than you're experiencing right now, Eric, who I know you're here, you've got to get in front of more people. Now, what is the bottom line of this, getting in front of more people? The bottom line is, if you want to make that $6 or $7 figure income, right, you must get in front of more people. All right, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about you growing your business. We're talking about you, if you work for somebody else, we're talking about you gaining more visibility, making more sales so you can go higher in the company. So you gain visibility within your own firm so that they see the progress you're making and that you're out there being a mover and shaker and a risk taker and a high achiever. That's what we're talking about, a rainmaker. People are drawn to that. They love that. They love that energy. They love that draw. They get swept up in kind of the wake of it all. So you want to make sure that you're that person. All right, so get in front of more people. Now, I just want to share a little testimony about Jenny. Now, Jenny is a client of mine. Now, some speakers, you think, yeah, that's natural. You would be a speaker. Yeah, your business, you would be a speaker. But some of you might think, well, it doesn't work for me. Right? And Jenny was one of those people in the beginning. This is Charlie. And Jenny is an esthetician. Now, how many estheticians do you know that speak or even desire to speak? But she would go to these workshops, and this is Jenny, and she would sit there and she would listen to the presenter. And she would just imagine and daydream what it would be like if she could be the presenter. She didn't even know until she came to my training what was possible. But she would just kind of sit and daydream, and her vision was these small little workshops, right? Just look at, there's not even hardly 10 people in there. So she came to me, came to my training, got certified as a speaker, and voila, months later, she's speaking at a big conference in Pasadena. Yes, they spelled Pasadena wrong. A big esthetician seminar, whatever you call it, a conference, a big conference, and she is one of the speakers right here. Now, she would have never had the courage, she would have never had the system, she would have never had the training, she wouldn't have known how to do it if she hadn't taken that chance and come to my training. And now look at her, happy as can be. Now, that's not all, because then Jenny, after attending my 3-day seminar, Jenny turned a 2-hour workshop that she put on, because that's your next step. You go to other people's room, get them into your room. She turned a $600 revenue that she did on her own into, after she attended my class, into $6,000 of revenue. All right, in 2 hours. All right, I don't know about you, but that's pretty good. You know, $6,000 for 2 hours. I mean, that's good for anybody. But an esthetician, someone who just works client by client by client, that's not used to getting out there and speaking. So this is proof that anybody can do it, no matter what your profession is. Now, if you want to know exactly how she did it, make sure you stay tuned to the end. All right, so here's how it works. Here's how speaking works. I'm going to show you right now. And that is leverage. This is why it works for you to get in front of so many people and have it work so well, is because it's all about leverage. It's all about, instead of Jenny, she used to just speak one-on-one, right? One client at a time. Now she speaks to many. It's leverage, one to many instead of one to one. Now, how exactly does that leverage work? And anytime, I've got my screen up, anytime you want to talk to me or raise your hand or any of that, please do. Now I see Margaret has her hand up. Okay, is there anything you want to say, Margaret? Go ahead and say it. Awesome. All right, welcome everyone. Anybody I haven't welcomed, let me just take a minute, welcome. All right, Roger's here, thank you. Samsung is here, I don't know who that is, but thank you for being here. All right, Ardina is here, so again, Charlotte's here. Welcome, Charlotte. Charlotte Gray is here. You both are in a very important networking group. And so welcome both of you. And so is Eric in the same group. Excellent. All right, so leverage. Let's look at the numbers because it's all in the numbers. Wouldn't you agree? If you agree that it's all about the numbers, no matter what it is you do, how successful you are, go ahead and put yes. It's about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. So in the chat box, again, put yes, it's all about the numbers. Yes, Rita says yes. Yes, Grace says, Eric says, excellent. It's all about the numbers. You've got to know your numbers if you want more success. You've got to know your ROI, even in speaking. So we're going to talk about the numbers right now. We're going to do the math. Now, this is the most intelligent part of this webinar in terms of having to use the cerebral brain a little bit, but I'll make it really easy for you and I'll put it on the PowerPoint. So let's just imagine for a moment that you spoke once, just once per week. Let's say that you spoke to a group of 25 people and you did it every week. That's 100 people that you're in front of in a month that you would not normally be in front of. Got it? When I say got it, you say got it, I say good. Got it? Good. So write got it. Now, let's say you did it 10 months out of the year because I'm going to give you December and January off. December because it's Christmas, right? It's December. And I'm going to give you January off so you can plan the new year because you don't need to work that hard because this is guaranteed to get you clients. So let's say now you work 10, okay, 10, now the 10 times 100, 10 months, that's 1,000 new people that you're in front of that you would not be in front of otherwise. Now, some of you have not been in front of 1,000 people in your entire business career. Right? Because think about how long that would take doing a one-on-one on one-on-one. That would take years and years and years. We're talking about 1 year, you're in front of 1,000 people. Now, the beauty of this is this. This is a formula. What is it? It's a formula. Okay, so Charlotte says she has to go by 5:40. Okay, Charlotte, I get it. Okay, everybody's like, got it? Okay, perfect. Got it. All right, now this is a formula. That means you are in charge of it. You are in control of it. So that means right here, this group, your group, I'm just saying 25 on average, but what if the group was 50, right? Would those results change and be higher? Yes, they would. What if you spoke 5 to 6 times a week? Would that number be higher? Yes, it would. So this is up to you. You can speak to larger groups. I speak to groups on average of 80 people. Right? 80 to 100 people. I don't speak to really tiny groups anymore, but I want you to. You need to speak to anybody that'll listen until you get at least 200 speeches under your belt. All right, so this number will change. That's up to you. That means this number will change. It will go up. All right, excellent. All right, now, let's say you learned how to get the hot leads out of the room. How many hot leads could you get? At least 5, right? 5 hot leads. If I taught you how to do it, what to say, how to craft that presentation, you can get out of a small room of 25, that's like what, 1/5, which is huge. Now, 5 times 4 is 20, and 20 times the 10 months is 200 hot leads. These are people that came up to you and said, Rita, I want to do business with you. Gray, I want to do business with you. Brenda, I want to do business with you. Eric, give me your card. I want to do business with you. These are people that came up to you. You were a magnet. It's not people that you had to chase. These are people that came after you and chased you. Now, how many can you close? Now, this is whatever close process you use. I'm not here to teach you sales, although I certainly can teach you sales. This is your close process. So maybe you do strategy sessions. Maybe you call them up. Maybe you have a webinar yourself. Whatever it is, you want to do that. And how many can you close? Excuse me. I'm going to get a glass of water. So while I'm drinking, go ahead and write down how many you think you can close. I think it's 3. How many do you think you can close out of 5? Write it down now. I have to make sure my microphone doesn't pick me up gulping. 3, okay, good. That is a good number then for you as well. Excellent. All right, now 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 10 months is 120 new clients per year. Now, I want you to write down right now. Thank you. Samson says 3. Thank you. I want you to write down. I guess you're calling from, you're watching from your phone. That makes perfect sense. Perfect. All right. So Samson, write your name and who you are so I can address you by name. All right. That is awesome. Excellent. Thank you, Greg. All right. So now 120 new clients. Now, this is a very simple strategy. You're speaking for 30 minutes once a week. We're not talking hours and hours of time. You're doing your one talk, your signature talk, and doing it over and over and over. So it's one talk over and over and over. So you don't even have to redo it or redo new speeches. Now, write down for me, or for yourself really, because you're going to see it, how much is one client worth to you? Now, if you're in real estate, one client could be worth $10,000 or more, right? If you're in coaching, it could be worth $3,000 or more. So no matter what it is for you, I want you to write it down in front of you. I want you to see it. And then I want you to multiply it times 120. So even if let me get a calculator. So even if, let's say your transaction was $500, 500 times 120, that's $60,000 extra. Because you're going to do whatever you do. You're going to keep going to networking meetings. You're going to keep making your follow-up calls. You're going to cold call. Whatever you do, I'm talking about adding this as a strategy until you're confident that it will take over and you don't have to do any of that other stuff that takes too long or doesn't have a big enough payoff. Now, I want you to answer this question. What is the life of your client? Because most clients don't go to somebody else. If you're in real estate, they're going to keep buying and selling from you. If you're in payroll like Gray, they're going to continue year after year after year after year, right? So how much is that life of the client? Now, if you don't know what it is, add a 0. Just add a 0. So if we added a 0 to 60,000, this is one client, right? Or 120 of the clients. At $500 transaction, which is very small, that's $600,000 that you just added, right? That you just added to what you're already making. I mean, so do you see how you can make 6 to 7 figures really quickly by adding this one strategy? I hope you do. All right, so 120 new clients per year. What is one client worth to you? Write it down. I want you to put it in front of your face so you can see it. All right, now this is Pete. Now Pete is my bookkeeper. He is an accountant. Accountants aren't known to be persuasive or, eloquent speakers. They're just kind of analytical. They're happy sitting behind a desk and never stepping out. And again, big mistake. So I taught Pete, of course, being around me, he had the desire to learn how to speak. Okay, we've got some numbers. Thank you. All right. So, Adrian is Samsung. Thank you, Adrian. All right. So Eric says, a client for me, worth, okay, one client for me is worth $124,000, right? 124,800, one client. Now times that times 120. That's huge. That's over $1 million. Grace says 700,000, right? Adrian says 19,200. All right. So whether that's the life of a client or one client, that is huge. Because if it's the life of one client, then times that by 120. And we're talking millions. This is how you make 6-7 figures. So thank you. Thank you all for sharing. So Pete came to me, went through my system, learned the process, went out and spoke to the chamber and went blah, 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 poof. He got 8 clients that day. So I asked him later when he was in my office, how much is one client worth to you? He said for a tax return, it's only worth $500, right? For a personal tax return. But how many times do you change your tax accountant? Not very often, unless they mess up, right? So he got that, and he got 2 clients that upgraded to audit work, bookkeeping work, which again is ongoing. He's been my bookkeeper now since I've been in this particular house. That means 10 years. He's been my bookkeeper for 10 years. I can't even count the money that I've given him month after month, year after year for doing my bookkeeping, right? So again, it adds up fast. Know your numbers. Know your numbers. All right, so that's Pete. So let's get back here. Now the E in leads, if you just joined us, we're spelling out leads. The E in leads is expert. This works because it positions you as an expert in your field. Remember, visibility is the key to selling, but it positions you as an expert before you ever speak. Nothing else out there does that before you even speak. Now, why does that work like that? Because the organization that you speak for will probably have a flyer, an email announcing you, and you will be looking in the eyes of the readers as an expert. Now, you could go out there on the stage and remove all doubt, right, if you're not trained. So you don't want to do that. Now, here's something fun I want to show you. This is what most people know about public speaking. Right? Now, some of my students on the line, it's not you, but here's what most people know about public speaking, and they try to get out there and speak, right? Right? If you can see this, it's empty. I think that is hilarious, and that's what most people know about public speaking. So you've got to get trained. You've got to learn how to do it right. And then you can step on that stage and open your mouth and become an authority and the top authority in your company, in your business, in your industry, and who knows, maybe the world. All right. So that's what we want to be, because people buy from experts. They don't buy from amateurs. People buy from people that they know that that's all you do day in and day out, that you are the master of it. All right. Here's Hector. Now, Hector thought that just because he could flap his jaw that he could get out there and speak. Right? Thought he knew enough about it to get out there and sell, and he failed miserably. Now, Hector his goal was to train the Hispanic market, his market, in increasing sales, right? And upgrading their way of life, upgrading their whole life system. And he wanted to speak in Spanish. So he's picking his target market of his own Hispanic target, teaching sales to, again, upgrade their style of living and speak in Spanish even. Now, the problem is he didn't form the speech right. He didn't have a proper close, and he failed. And see, there's no do-overs in public speaking. You have to know that. There's no do-overs. You could have a great captive audience and mess up, and you're not going to make any sales. And you can't go, oh, wait a minute, can I come back next month after I go to Arvee's training? No, they don't want you to come back. If you're boring, you're not going to be invited back. If you don't know what you're doing and are unconfident, a million reasons, you're not going to be invited back, or to anybody else that they may know, because bad news travels fast, right? Nobody wants to listen to a boring speaker, and part of it is because it's their reputation. the president of the organization, the host, the promoter, whatever it may be. It's their reputation on the line. So you must get trained first before you step out. So Hector came to my training because he didn't know what he was doing wrong, right? You don't know what you don't know. That's the key. People think they know about public speaking, but unless you've been trained, you don't even know the half of it, much less what you don't know. So came to my training. Next time he went blah, 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 poof, $4,500. Bam, like that in a 30-minute speech. More than paid for my training, right? More than paid for it. The ROI, when you hire me, is so huge that you're throwing money at me. Anyway, so he went out and made that kind of money. Now he has those skills, because the beauty about public speaking is that you have the skills in my system forever, and he still comes to my seminars because he wants to know more and wants to know the latest trends. So that's Hector. Now he's out there doing his own seminars and getting people in his own room and making a great living. And not only that, but really saving lives for a living. All right. So again, leverage, expert, and audiences. Now, this works when you're in front of the right audience. In other words, in front of your targeted market. All right. So Jenny just joined us. Hi, Jenny. Welcome. Public speaking works when you're in your target market. So if your target market is women, you're going to get the best results when you speak to groups of just women, as opposed to mixed groups. So if it's business people, when you go to the chambers and you go to where business people hang out, you're going to get better results. You're going to get those 5 leads. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't talk to the other groups, but just be realistic and know if it's women, then you may get only half of those results. But the point is you will get results. Now, here's something you need to know about audiences. They've changed over the years. Audiences don't want to be bored anymore. They don't want a conversation or even a presentation. What they want nowadays is an experience. They want to be part of your presentation. All right, so Brenda says she has to leave. Sorry, I have to leave early. All right, well, there will be a recording, so don't worry. I will send out the recording as soon as I get it later this evening. All right? So True said that is hilarious. I'm sorry. Oops, sorry. Which point was hilarious? Oh, the book. Yeah, the book. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, True? Yeah, actually, absolutely. Yeah, the book. Yes. I know. I love that. Okay, so audiences have changed and they want an experience now. And just like here, I've been trying to give you all experience by having you write down your answers in the chat box. It gives you a closer connection with me. I use video, unlike some other people that use GoToMeeting and some of these other mediums, because I want to connect with you as much as I can. I want you to see my expressions and know my heart, and that I'm really, really on your side, and I want to help you sincerely, that this isn't just a sales ploy or just a blah, 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 blah. This is me really wanting to give you this information. So audiences have changed. Now, let me share with you where it's going, because this is all I do. All I do is public speaking training and speak myself. I don't have a network marketing company on the side. I don't sell real estate on the side. I don't do anything on the side. I'm not even a member of any of those because I don't want to be taken off track. So all I do is speak. I'm setting the trends. I'm looking at the trends. I'm in it, right? In it 24/7. And this is where it's going. And that's naked authenticity. So what does that mean? That, not that you have to be naked, but that you strip away all the barriers and all the walls between you and your audience, and that you act real, that you show them the real you. You strip off the veils or whatever you have that protects you and protects us, and you show people who you really are. Now, you have to be respectful, so I'm not saying, you show all your, the bad side, but what I'm saying is that you be real. So if you're a man or woman of faith, share it with your audience. Let them know who you are, because politically correct is no longer correct. So we don't have to talk anymore about higher powers and source or whatever it is for you. No, if you're a man or woman of faith, it is okay to tell people. You're not preaching. You're not telling them they have to be. You're just saying what you are. That's what I'm talking about, being real, saying who you are. So if you're a big dog lover and just love dogs, then let people know, because there's other dog lovers in there, and they're going to come up to you at the break and show you their dogs on their phone. And I just love that. So if you like golf and you're an avid golf player or skier or book writer or book reader or whatever you are, share it with people. Each and every one of us has something that we just love that lights us up. Share that. Don't be afraid to share it. Don't be mediocre. Mediocre will not attract the people that you want to attract. And we don't have that much time anymore on stages to let everybody know word for word. So we have to really get it out there fast. It used to be in the old days, we would get an hour to speak, maybe 45 minutes. Nowadays, no, it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter until it's down to 15 or 10 minutes. Why is that? I've been in this industry 30 years. Do you want to know why? Write in the chat box, why? I see an amen. Thank you, Drew. Why? Why? And I'll tell you why. But why? Why is time getting shorter and shorter? What do you think it is? Why do you think that that's happening to us as speakers? Okay, go ahead and write in there. And let me just see who else is here. All right, great, excellent. Okay, Ardina, great. All right, so why else? Google? Maybe, Adrian, maybe everyone's busier, maybe. Write some more, give me some other ideas, all right? Some of you are my students. Attention, yes, technology, people just don't have time, lack of patience and new technology, yes, people just don't have attention, yes, okay, anything else? All right, let me look for some more. All right, let me go up and see some other ones. Yes. Okay, not sure. All right, social media choices. They're all true, but the number one reason why time got shorter is boring speakers. All right, boring speakers. People got tired of boring speakers. Now, they got tired of it for all the reasons you said, because social media, we're used to having it quick, having it fast, getting down to the point. You know, technology, you know, lack of patience. Yeah, because we're used to going fast. Well, imagine this is how we're trained, and now we see a boring speaker that we're waiting to make a point. Do you get it? So that's why the time has gotten shorter, and it's getting shorter and shorter. Now, here's the beauty of it. It can stretch the other way. When you learn how to speak right, and you're exciting, passionate, right, respectful to your audience, you will get more time, because anytime I go anywhere and they say 20 minutes, they'll tell me, take as much time as you need. Or I'm at the end of my speech, take more time. That's what you want, right? You want people to give you more time because you are so exciting, informative, giving valuable information. So it is possible to stretch that time out. All right. Or what happens is sometimes the next time you speak, they'll give you more time. All right. So we want to kill boring speakers. The way you can not be boring is to get trained. I'm going to be honest with you. Right. Because you don't know what you don't know. It's like you're in this frame. Right. Les Brown, one of the great time speakers of all time, says you can't see yourself if you're in the frame. So you might not think you're boring, but you could be. And your audience, they're not going to tell you because, you know, they're embarrassed for you. So, you know, you've got to get trained, get in front of a trained coach like myself and learn how to do it right. And we'll tell you whether or not you're boring. All right. So thank you for participating. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yes, true. Absolutely. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Let me use my... All right, let me get a drink of water here. Come on, where's my PowerPoint? There we go. And now that I got this new microphone in the way, I'm having a hard time grabbing my water. All right, the D stands for database. You want to use speaking to build your database. This is your lead database, your referral database. So what do? You do a gift. You hand out a gift. So what I do in my speaking engagements now is I hand out my brand new book. This just came out in December after 9 years of writing it. Why did it take me so long? Because I'm a speaker more than a writer. And it was hard for me to sit my butt down in the chair and write. The other thing I discovered as being a speaker, that I had to respect writing, that I had to learn how to write. I couldn't just speak my book. That comes out like gobbledygook. But instead, I had to learn how to become a writer. And so as I was learning, as I was doing it, I hired a book coach, and he taught me how to write. So you will enjoy this book. It's an easy read, a lot of stories about myself and my experience with speaking in there. All right. So what I do is talk about it, and that's what I do as a giveaway. If you don't have a book, that's okay. All right. Use a Starbucks card for a while. Use something that's industry specific. Just don't use a discount card, because that's not a gift. That's a discount card. You've got to give a gift that doesn't have any attachment or hinges to it, right? So some gift that fits your topic. All right. So you want to collect the cards, do a giveaway, put them in your database. I have a new message. Let me look really quickly here. All right, new messages. I can't see the title of your book. I'm so sorry. It's Speak Up, Get Clients. All right, Speak Up, Get Clients. It is on Amazon, or you can contact me directly, right? Charlotte on the call has one of these books. Anyway, so it's easy to get. Just contact me. I'll be happy. But at the end of this call, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get my book for free. So hang on. Don't go to Amazon yet. All right. So build your database, collect the business cards. Then those are leads. Now, are they cold leads, warm leads, or hot leads? You write it down right now. Cold leads, warm leads, or hot leads? Write it down. I'll tell you which one it is. All right, what are they? Cold leads, warm leads, or hot leads when you collect cards from doing a raffle? Charlotte says she loves the book. Awesome. Cold leads, okay. Ardina said cold leads. Warm leads, Grace said. Warm leads, True said. Okay, keep going. Warm and hot leads, Renee said. All of the above. Okay, actually, thank you for participating. Actually, they are warm leads. And here's why. Because they heard you speak, they saw you speak, they feel like they know you a little bit more than maybe if it was a cold call or an email. So they're warm leads. They're not hot yet because they haven't come up to you at the end of your speech. The ones, the 5 that come up at the end of your speech, those are hot leads. And you need to follow up within 24 hours. If they become warm, then they become cold. Got it? Right? Got it in the chat box. Got it? Got it? Got it? Good. Right? Real important. Now, these leads, got it? Good. Eric said got it. They got it. Great. Now, these leads that you're getting in this database, you must put them in your database. And if you don't have one, you need to get one. There's several of them out there. I use Infusionsoft because it's one of the most popular, especially for speakers, life coaches, authors, and people in my industry, right? Got it. Good. Thank you. So Infusionsoft has many different capabilities. Not the cheapest guy in town, but it's one that it's really robust and will last you. But there's a lot of other simpler ones out there that you can begin with. But Outlook is not one of them. All right, so you got to get something bigger than Outlook so you can send emails. Now what you're going to do is send an email to everyone in the database, and not in your database, everyone that came to that event that you spoke at, and just touch them for the first time. It was really nice having you in my audience. I hope you got some valuable tips out of the presentation. I've put you in my database where I'm going to give you tips on XYZ or videos, and you can opt out anytime you want, but I hope you to stay. I hope you'll stay, that kind of thing. So a real nice, warm, welcoming email is your first touch for that warm. Now, you can take those and you can work them as much as you want. So Gray, you could take those and you could call every single one. They don't have to be the hot leads for you to call. The hot leads are just the ones you call first. So you could work those cards, the 10, 20, 25, 30, and just start making phone calls if you want. All right? Because they're not cold necessarily. Put them in a database, start tracking them, see what, who answers, see what you've said to them, that kind of thing. So you can work them as much as you want. All right? Excellent. Okay, you mentioned Infusionsoft. What might you use to start out with? Okay, instead of Infusionsoft, you might start out, if you only want the database, start out with something like Constant Contact. It's like $20 a month, but it only does, you know, your newsletters and your email. Infusionsoft, of course, does campaigns. It does separate autoresponders, so I can create separate autoresponders for every single speech that I do and every event that I do. And, you know, there's some automatic things involved in it. So, but just start with something simple. There's a lot of other simple ones like, I don't know, I can't think of them right now. Oh, Chimp Monkey or Monkey Chimp or something like that. I don't know, but there's other inexpensive ones you can use. Okay, so let's move on. Other list building activities, here's one, and that's to get on my text list. MailChimp. Thank you, MailChimp. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you for that. So it's MailChimp, not Chipmunky, but thank you. This is raw. This is Arvee in the raw, not in the raw. I got to be careful what I say, but raw. All right, so let's get back to the webinar. Type in this number in your phone when you pretend like you're going to text me, and text to that number. And then in the text, like you're sending me the message, put my name. And you're going to see you're going to get an automatic text back, and you're going to be on my text list to get texts, is that a word? About events and tips, public speaking tips. And I only do it once a month, just once a month. So I don't overdo it to people, but it'll come right to your phone, and it's a good way to stay in touch with people. So go ahead and do that right now. The other thing that you can do, and another thing that I have, is an app. So you can grab the Arvee app, right, which is right, it looks like this, it's loading, looks like this. Right, just type in the word in your app store, your Google Play Store, type in the word Arvee, all lowercase, all higher case, it's still loading, and go into your app store and just type in Arvee and you'll get it. It's a free app. And it'll talk about, there's tips on there, there's videos on there. It'll be every place I'm speaking. So if you want to see me speak, okay, what company do you use text? Now I use Another Brilliant Idea, which is a friend of mine. You can use Easy Texting. It's about $49 a month. Or you can go to Another Brilliant Idea, who's what I'm using. I don't know how much it is because she sponsors me and I get to play for free. Okay, so that's a couple of options for you to gather, because not everybody's looking at the database anymore or email. So here's a couple of other options for you. All right, now let's go to the S, and we're right on time, so I'm so excited about that. Now, Adrian's giving a number on the screen. Adrian, are you giving that number for any reason? Did you want me to call you or something? I'm not sure. Are you giving it to somebody else? I'm not sure. So tell me what can I do? What's with that number? Okay. All right. So Adrian, yeah. Help! I don't know what to do with that message. Okay, we'll come back to you. I'm looking at the screen. All right, excellent. Is that the number of MailChimp? I'm not sure. Okay, so systems is the next one. Now, systems are so important. Let me give you a copy. Where's a copy of my system? Oh, I know. I have it in the next screen. Excellent. Now, I got out of corporate America, came in this world, and there were no public speaking systems. They only said beginning, middle, and end, and nobody ever told you what to put in there till now. So I did. So I came out, I developed systems. So here's, okay, now the beauty of systems, everyone knows Michael Gerber, systems permit ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results. And here's the beauty. I use my own system every time I speak. I've been using it here tonight. The system I teach is invisible. No one will know you're using a system. It works whether you have a 5-minute speech or an hour speech. It works for whether you're a man, a woman, whether you're talking about love or talking about business. It doesn't matter. It works for every single situation. Now, here's just a copy of some of my systems, right? This is my $1 million speaker system right here. There's 26 steps, right? My coaching system, my get clients system, my event model for you to put on your own events, my coaching model, right? My legacy program, everything. They're all looking like flowcharts because it's all in a step-by-step manner. And that makes people learn it fast. Now, here's what my clients are saying a little bit about the power of the system.
Is created as a template, so no matter what you need to speak on, where you're speaking, or who you're speaking to, you can always use that template to create your speech. The step-by-step approach that she provides is so detailed and so easy to follow. It's just been amazing and a true value for me.
What the step-by-step method does is it takes you through a speech. It helps you to dissect it and put together the different parts you need, and they all fit together well. It is literally a system that you go from point A to point B to point C. You stay with the system, you come out with a wonderful speech.
Everybody's different. Though she teaches you a system, she's not expecting everybody to be the same, but the system helps you know how to craft future presentations and to know how to do that in a way that helps you build rapport with your audience.
She gives you an outline or a way to craft your speech. What I really like about that is I don't have to start over from square one all the time. I can use that outline with every speech I give. I already have my basics down.
You do it over.
There's a great formula of how to be successful with whatever business that you have. The more people you get out there and present in front of, the more successful you'll be. It's just a great program. I highly recommend it.
That's what we've been talking about, okay? And again,
I honestly know that I've gotten more clarity.
We'll stop that for now. But again, here's my system. So you can see, right, it's kind of like a sandwich where you have a beginning and what you need to put in that, what to put at the end, and put in the middle. It's so valuable. All right. So now I've made over $100,000 in a weekend by speaking, and I didn't have to pick up the phone, didn't have to eat that rubber chicken, I didn't have to listen to any boring conversations that didn't apply to me. I did it simply by speaking, using my system, speaking in other people's rooms, and then bringing them to my room. Now, how did I bring them to my room? The database that I just showed you to do, right? So step one, use the system, learn how to speak right and properly, right? Where I also teach you how to gather all those cards in the room. You're speaking in somebody else's room, right? Several times, several different rooms. Grab that database, build your database, build your text list, build it through your app, whatever method you desire to use. Social media is still not an option, ladies and gentlemen, all right? No matter how much you love it, it will not get people in your room. If it does, it might get one. I got one from Instagram last year. Woohoo, right? The database still is it. You've got to work that database. You've got to get out there and speak. You got to get out there and invite people to get into your own room, all right? Social media just is not the target. And as we know, Facebook has changed everything lately, so we don't even get to see our friends post, much less be able to use it as a marketing tool. So forget that. Throw that away. Put that aside. It's not there yet. All right, these are some of my rooms, all right, some of the people that I got in my room, so I usually get quite a few people. So how did I do this? I did this by, again, learning different closes, right? Because when you're in somebody else's room, one close does not fit all. You've got to know the right close for the right room and knowing what close for what audience, because that's different, and you have to know when to use PowerPoint and when not to. When you use PowerPoint in the wrong situation, it's going to kill your sales, it's going to kill your referrals and your leads, and it's going to kill your presentation, which ultimately kills you and your reputation. Using stories, you must become a master storyteller. There's 4 stories you must have in your presentation. I'm going to give you an opportunity in a few minutes to learn what those stories are, and then you have to take action. You have to create that call to action that will get people up off their duffs and coming to you and being, taking that kind of action. All right, the last S is story. You must learn how to tell stories. So one of the best stories to tell, I teach people 4 different ones, but one I'm going to share with you now is success stories. Now, this is Angela Alexander. She was a student of mine. My students get to speak on my stage at my big events. So she was a student of mine. She spoke at one of my events. In the audience, one of my friends that was in the audience who actually was there to speak on a panel happens to be a producer. So this is value of association with your mentor, right? So he heard her story. Her story is a compelling story about how she lost 2 of her sons in a terrible auto accident when she was serving over in Japan, and she wasn't even there. And it's a compelling story how she said, Lord, if you let, not them live because they did better, the rest of her family live, then I will be a testimony to you. And my friend in the audience heard her and asked to produce her movie. Now, this is my friend. This is her debut. This is the director. And I'm out here somewhere, and she introduced me in front of the crowd as her speech coach. She became a movie star overnight. Now, I can't promise you a movie or being a movie star, but I'm trying to share with you the magnitude of what is possible, the possibilities. This is bigger than you are. This is bigger than just getting a few leads, a few clients, a few referrals. This can be as huge as you want it to be. This can be saving lives for a living. I believe that you have a message to share that only you can share to people that can only hear it from you. And that message will save lives, save businesses, or save souls. So you can change lives for a living. You can step on bigger stages. You can get your message out to the world. It's more than just beyond business, all right? It's up to you how big you want to take it and where you want to take it. So for the almost hour, I've been sharing with you how to generate leads, how to use speaking. I've shared with you several different success stories of people in the time that I had left. But none of those are really going to change or create breakthroughs for you. But I have a way that you can do that. So I want you to know this, that you have $1 million message inside of you just waiting to get out. You have an opportunity here to reach millions of people with that message if you know how to do it. And of course, that message can create millions for you and new lifestyle. And if you don't want the millions, then you can take it and help other people with that. All in that message, right? And just know this, everything that you want is outside your comfort zone, or you would already have it. So maybe speaking is outside your comfort zone. Maybe putting on seminars is outside your comfort zone. Whatever it is, guess what? What you have outside is what your destiny is. It's what you want. So step on that stage, take that leap of faith, and get your message out there. Make a difference, make an impact in the world with your words. The world is waiting, and they have been waiting. The message is bigger than you are. It's bigger than your business message. There's another message in there that's waiting to get out. And when you learn how to use it for your business, you'll be able to get out any message, whether it's to prisons that you want to speak to and help those people, or the homeless, or children abused, or human trafficking, whatever it is. There's a bigger message and a bigger soapbox for you to get onto. There's a bigger cause for you to change. There's a bigger change that you need to make right. And it's all depending on speaking and learning how to do that. So you'll be thrilled, though. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. You don't have to try to figure out how to do this by yourself. You can come to my $1 Million Speaker Summit, June 7th, 8th, and 9th in Irvine, California. It's a Hotel Irvine. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because I want you to have Sunday for your children, and Sunday for your God, and Sunday for yourself to recoup before you start your day. And believe me, you will be energized once you come to this event. Now, I'm just going to briefly share with you. Remember, we're going to 15 after. If you have to go, I get it. But if you're at all interested in public speaking and want to make an impact and know that there's a bigger way, a better way, a faster way for you to make a difference in the world and make money doing it, then just stick around for about 10 more minutes. All right, stick around for about 10 more minutes. All right, and I will bring you in. Anybody has any super questions after that, all you have to do is raise your hand and I will bring you in on the video. So day one, you're gonna learn how to craft that $1 million message. That's the first step. And during that, I'm gonna teach you my secret formula for creating that elevator speech, because that's the first speech you need to articulate your business or your not-for-profit. You're going to learn the 3 speeches that you need to have in your business to get more business. You're going to learn my entire speaker wheel. There's 12 steps on it. Everything that you need to do. The one sheet, the this, the that, the bullet points, blah, 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 the bio. Everything that you need to get your speaking to roll and keep on going down the road. So you're going to learn how to, what all those steps are. The introduction template. You need a speaker introduction template, or people are just going to grab your bio or any old thing that they find on your website. There's a right way and a wrong way to be introduced. The secret to building trust and rapport, you've got to build it within the first 3 minutes of your speech. You cannot just go blah, 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 or with a bunch of information without first setting up that trust and rapport. And again, I'm going to teach you the 4 stories that you must have in every single presentation. That's all in day 1. All right, day 2, how to attract clients and grow your business fast. The more speaking gigs you've got, right? We know speaking is how to get clients and referrals and leads. But how do you get those speaking gigs? People have a lot of trouble with that. Why? Because they don't want to pick up the phone and make the calls. Well, guess what? There are better ways, there are faster ways. I'm going to teach you how to do that, how to get all the speaking engagements you can handle, how to get people calling you and asking you to speak. That's what we want, ultimately. How to use your whole entire body to create that sale that you want. How to speak persuasively, what kind of words to use. So, and I'm not talking about NLP or any like hypnotism. I'm just talking about real true words and how to use them to become more persuasive. And not to persuade people like in a bad way, but just to let them know the truth and how to, and what they can get, what the promises, what the benefits are, why they should do what you're wanting them to do, right? And of course, close more sales. And then my secret formula to create that magnetic self intro, the one that you give at a networking event, the one that is from across the room, they're going, me, I want to talk to you. Give me your business card. Yes. And they can't wait to meet you after that networking meeting or after that seminar that you've attended. And then popular places to speak and those to avoid. Yes, there are some, as a new speaker, you want to stay the heck away from. And I'll teach you what those are. And how to host your own live money-making event. And how to get started. Because some people think that they need to host a big 3-day $1 million event. Now, this event is not a cheap event. I'm going to tell you honestly, it's a $30,000 event. That's what it cost me to put it on. By the time I get the event planner, by the time I get the sound guy, the video guy, the picture people, the pipe and drapes, the food, the hotel room, everything, it adds up. That's why I don't want you to try to do this on your own. It's too much. There's a different way to start for you. Right? There's a smaller way to start and a better way to start where you're going to be more successful right out the gate without it costing you a ton of money. All right? So the total value of that's over $5,000. Now, who is this for? This is for high achievers, rainmakers, movers and shakers, and legacy leavers. If you're not in a position right now, if you feel like you're kind of like a bench warmer, you're not ready to get off the bench and start, well, maybe this isn't the right event for you. Okay, but if you're ready and you want to meet people like you that are really gung-ho and want to make a difference in this world and want to make some money and help other people, then this is for you. Then jump on board. All right. Now, it's in Irvine, California. This is my last year event. You can see a pretty great crowd of wonderful, wonderful people. Here, and we have fun. I want to show you. Let me see if this video is going to go. There we go. We just have a lot of fun doing this.
Arvee Arvee is one of these people who is so genuine, so down to earth, and just so transparent in how she presents, so authentic in what she does. And the information she provides is invaluable.
She has such content-rich information. She engages with her audience. She's fun. You are getting so much material, but you're having a great time. And by the end of her 3-day, everybody is just making friends, and the energy in the room is just continues to go higher and higher every day.
Client, I thought to myself, this stuff really All right, so again, you can see we have a lot of fun while we're learning. I'm the only speaker on the stage besides Infusionsoft, who sponsors the event, and a few of my students who are going to speak for either 5 minutes or 15 minutes, just to show you how powerful that system is, and just to show you whether you have 5 minutes or more, it works for every speech. All right, so we're going to end really fast now. We're only 6 minutes after. Promise to get you out 15 after. So just real quickly, I had a couple of choices for this event. I could have gone really cheap or even free, but then the quality of people just wouldn't have been the same. And I wanted quality for you. I wanted not only to be $1 million speaker event, but I wanted to have $1 million people there. And if they weren't making millions, but the type of people, right, like you that are on the call that stayed to the end. You're really movers and shakers, and you really want more out of this world and this life and to give more. Those are the kind of people I want to surround myself with. Now, second option requires a small little investment, but in exchange, I can devote those resources to other things for your success. So I have handouts that I hand out. I have booklets that I hand out. I have break sessions. So there's food at breaks. I put on a networking event Thursday morning with food, coffee, and I also put on a red carpet event Thursday evening, which is all about a mashed potato bar and all the food and all the fixing. And so all your tuition for this event really goes back into you, right? But it allows me to do that, all right? Now, day 3, really quick, this is where we wrap it all up. Day 3, and where you learn how to influence the world with your words and how to be that game changer, the change leader. And not only be the change that you want to be, right? See the change that you want to see, but change it. How do you change it, right? Everybody talks about be the change, but how do you change others? So I'm going to teach you how to be that change leader and really change the things you want to see changed, and how to make a difference with your message to the people in your audience that need to hear it. How you can save their lives or their souls or their businesses. And then the secret formula to be that instant influencer, how to market yourself as that powerful leader, and how to lead. So those are just a little taste of some of the days. It's always a lot more than that. And you will see, because you're going to get a lot more from me, a lot more from others. But our time is short now, so I just kind of want to end this up. You're going to get, for instantly registering today, you're going to get my speaker training success toolkit. This is real. This isn't fake. This is all my templates for getting speaking engagements, for one sheets, for self-introductions, for bios, for workshops, for everything that you could possibly want to know and to have that got augmented. Like, when you get a speaking engagement, what do you write down? How do you capture that information? So it's tons and tons and tons of really valuable stuff that I only give to my students that come to my $4,000 speaker training, just so you know. You're going to get this as a download free as soon as you register today, and that's only available for the first 5 of you. And then the speech introduction template you're going to get. It's part of this. You're going to get that also, but you're going to get a little different, and that is you're going to have a sample, and then you're going to have a blank that you can fill in the blanks. So you can do it right there on the screen. 60-minute private video webinar with me after the event, where I pull back the curtain and I answer any questions you might have, anything that you have holes in, not sure of, and everything you wanted to know about the seminar business and how I put on that event and what you can do and what you can learn from putting on your own event, because that's where the money is. But you have to learn how to speak first so that you can get people into your own events. All right, now think about this. If all this event did was get you one client, would that be worth it? If all this event did was have you meet one great person, which I have seen friendships come out of this, business opportunities, strategic alliances, because like attracts like. So if you're attracted to me and my energy, guess what? There's other people there that are the same. Almost everybody's going to be the same. Not the same person or business, but they're all going to have that same kind of beautiful energy and beautiful personality that you have. All right? So what is one client worth to you if you could get one client? Now, remember when we did the leverage exercise, right? And some of you put, what, $19,000. And some of you put $700,000. So what if only one client is worth 1,000, 5, 10, or more? Wouldn't it be worth it to invest a tiny bit to learn this information? How much would you pay? Now, what if one life was changed because you went out and stepped on stage? What would that be worth? I mean, we can't even put that into words, right? I mean, that would be huge if you saved one soul or saved a business of somebody, changed somebody's life just by what you said from the platform. Now you can see why I charge people $5,000 for just one day with me, right? Just one day for a power day, or $4,000 for my speaker training intensive. But this 3 days with me is only $497 of the general public. That's nothing. That's like teeny, right? But for you here today, listen, I have a early bird special on my website right now. It changes today, right? Now, my web gal called me today and said, do you want me to change it? Because I was supposed to change it May 20th, and I got busy and I forgot about it, right? And so I told her, no, wait, I'm going to do this one webinar. I'm going to offer it to them. So you need to go to $1 Million Speaker Summit right now and get the $197 price, because tomorrow morning it has changed. You cannot get it again. I'm serious. I'm not goofing around. People that know me know I'm honest and of integrity. But I asked her to keep it for you right now today. Okay? So it's only here for you. You still get all the bonuses, right? And then one bonus that I want to give you, okay? Hang on, because I'm giving you another bonus. So you have two choices now. Just like I had two choices, you can take the first option and just do nothing, right? Do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which means don't come, right? Or you could do the second option, pony up a small investment compared to all the value you're going to get and come. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Even if you couldn't come, you might say, well, I can't do the dates. $197 is worth this and the webinar that you're going to get and the bonus I'm about to give you. So even if you can't come, this is worth that $197. Are you getting this? All right. Now, if it works, great. If not, you can ask for your money back. All right? So even if you pay the $197, you can't go, and you go, Arvee, you know what? I didn't see the value in this, although you would see the value. You can't get this anywhere else. Or I didn't see the value in getting this. I'll throw this in for you. You can get your money back. All right? No questions asked. I don't want your money. What I want to do is to help you to become a better speaker. That's what makes me thrilled. As a matter of fact, that's my mission here on earth, is to train speakers. Speakers that are going to get out there and speak and make a difference. Not speakers that are just going to lollygag, but speakers that are really serious and want to become leaders and want to make a difference. All right? If that's you, that's who I want. Right? If it's not you, then maybe it's just not the right time. So 30-day guarantee, even for the event. It's not everything. If you have to change your mind, or 5 weeks, just let me know. Okay? Again, I don't want your money, but if I didn't put a price on it, people just don't value it, and then they don't come, and I've saved a seat for you, and you know the drill. So we have to put a price. Plus, again, this will pay for the food that you're going to get and eat and the resources that I'm going to give you. All right? So is it worth gambling just a little bit to get to come and know that it'll pay for itself tenfold? Absolutely. You saw the testimonies, right? So come, get started. Let me show you what to do next. Just go to $1,000,000speakersummit.com, grab this price today, get all these bonuses right now, which are worth over $1,000 right there, plus the webinar about the seminar business. And then I have one more prize for you, and that is a signed book. Yes, I'm going to give you a signed book. I'm going to even mail it. The shipping's on me. You don't have to wait for the event. Again, the event is June 7th, 8th, and 9th, Irvine, California. If you're not in the area, you can fly in. I got some great room rates for you. Just let me know. Again, this is a great book. It's got my system already in it and a lot of other great things already in it. But I'm going to give you the color system. I'm going to give you the toolkit and the book if you sign up right now tonight within the next couple of hours. It has to be a couple of hours because, again, my web gal is going to change that price and then you can't get it. So I hope you join me June 6th or 7th, 8th, and 9th in Irvine, $1 Million Speaker Summit. Let's turn your speech into $1 million for you and for the world. So again, the world's waiting for your word. So thank you for coming. Anybody that has to leave or right at 15 after, I kept my promise. That's great. Anybody that wants to stay and hang out for another 15 minutes, I'm going to bring you in on the video. You can ask me questions. You can talk about it. Anything you would like to do. Okay, so I'm going to bring in now, excuse me, I'm going to bring in as many people as I can. So I'm first going to bring Ardina in because she had her hand up. So I'm going to promote you to panelists, Ardina, and if you have, there you go. I'm going to unmute. There you go, Ardina. Okay, I'm going to unmute you. Okay, you're muted for some reason, so let me unmute you, and then we'll be able to hear you. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me unmute you, but let me look for you for just one moment. And I'm going to bring in a few more of you. Okay. So, Ardina, if you can hover over your name and unmute yourself, then we can hear you. There, yay, okay. Yeah, Ardina.
Awesome. Wow, this was amazing.
How fun is this?
Amazing. So I just sent you a little message. I just wanted to make sure I was clear. It's $197 for the 3 days, right?
Yes, $197 right now for the next couple of hours until my web gal changes it.
Okay. Awesome. I'm in.
Awesome.
Right. I have a client just walked in, so I just wanted to make sure, and I'll try to take care of that. I got 2 clients coming, so I will definitely, I want to do this. I need it. It's wonderful. It's awesome. You're a blessing.
Thank you, and we will see you in June, and I'll send you all the goodies electronically, and the book you'll get in the mail.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so now I'm going to okay, she's going to leave. So now I want to bring in Jenny, and I'm going to bring in Joshua and Roger and True. Can all of you see my little puppy? Can all of you see my little puppy right here? Right. Yes, I see your little puppy. Right. This is Zoe. Okay, so I'm going to promote Jenny to panelist. All right, now I can't see Jenny. Where are you? There you are, Jenny. So Jenny, you 2 are muted. So go ahead and unmute you. And then I'm going to bring True in as well. Okay. True, promote you to panelist. And then Roger, promote you to panelist. So you're all here. And I can't see you. Okay, get down, baby. Okay. So Jenny, you are muted. So unmute you. Okay, I got 4 panelists. I'm going to unmute as much as I can here, as much as I can. I am going to, okay, I'm going to try to unmute, but it's not letting me unmute. So you're going to have to unmute yourself. There, unmute. Now I got it. So True, you're unmute. True, you're unmuted. Roger, you're unmuted. Jenny, you're unmuted. Awesome. Jenny, let me get you as a okay, so Jenny, you might not have clicked in on video, so that's why I'm not seeing you. Okay, so I'm going to, okay, Jenny, I'm going to make you, I'm going to send you back. Okay, so Roger, if you're here, where are you, Roger? Do you have a video? Okay, I'm not going to, okay, so Roger, I don't see you. I'm there. Okay, True is here. Yes. Hi, True.
Hi, how are you?
Awesome. So how are you tonight?
I'm well, thank you. You know, this was really, really good. I don't think I'm really ready for public speaking right now, but I know that at some point I am going to be. And you know, the other interesting thing is I don't only do things just for myself. I know of a couple of people that I would like to recommend to just come if they're available those dates, because I think you would be wonderful for them, because they're quite a bit further along in business, you know, than I am. But I obviously know it's an excellent program.
Wonderful. And what you can do, I have an affiliate program.
Okay.
You can make money on the send in your friends. So
okay.
More information about that, just email me.
Okay.
Arvee at arveerobinson.com if anybody left here does, and I'll let you know that program. And
that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
A lot of people pay their own tuition just by inviting a couple of their friends.
Okay.
And then True, the other thing I want to say is even if you're not ready, you want to learn how to speak before you're ready. Because if the opportunity comes to you and you're not ready, then you're scrambling. So
okay.
the best way to get ready is to just start learning it now.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to bring somebody else in. Okay, change to attendee. Excellent. Okay, there's Roger waiting. Hey, Roger, how are you? Okay, Roger, let me see. I'm trying to unmute you. I'm not able to unmute you from my end, but you could. There you go. You're unmuted. How are you, Roger?
I'm good. How are you?
Yay. Awesome.
So I do have a couple questions. The first one is the platform that you're using right now, is this all through Zoom?
Yes, but I have the paid webinar version. So
okay.
I can go longer. I'm not limited to time, and I can bring more people in. I can bring up to 100. I can't bring them all on the screen, but I can have more than, 3 or 4 that's on the regular free Zoom.
Got it. Okay. So the preset is only for 3 to 4 people. Is that how they have it? Just to kind of intro?
I apologize. I don't know the exact number because I immediately knew I was going to do webinars. So
right.
I immediately went to the paid, and it's only $49 a month. So it's not as expensive as GoToWebinar, but GoToWebinar, you can't do video like this. And I really wanted to be connected with my audience. Got it.
And then you're recording this right now. So do you have it for future use as well?
Yes, I will send, it's up on a cloud so that I can send it all to you. And then what I can do is download it on my computer, and I can upload it to YouTube if I wanted to.
Oh, got it. Okay. So if someone said that they wanted to see this 2 weeks from now, you could just send them a link to this and that's how they would see it?
Well, yes. I mean, I would send a link today and you need to download it because eventually I need to delete it off of Zoom's platform.
Got it.
Otherwise,
right.
Yeah. If I load it up to YouTube, I could send you to YouTube if it was like a year from now.
Right. Okay. No, I enjoyed it as well. I do some speaking, not like you, but I do some speaking up here in Northern California. I really enjoy it a lot. And I know that this is a good opportunity. I think anyone who does take advantage of that, I'd be interested in the affiliate program. That's something that I might have some interest in.
Okay.
I'm a real estate agent right now, and I do speaking on the side, but that affiliate program might be something that we could create a win-win type situation.
Absolutely. Well, all you have to do is send me, an email to Arvee, ARVEE at arveerobinson.com. Then I will send you the link. You sign up, and then in the platform, there's emails that you can use. It's all kind of done for you. So
Love it. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have. I really appreciate it. It was nice listening to you today.
Oh, great. Thank you. So do you want to stick around? We have Beverly still here. Beverly, would you like to come in? Let me promote you to panelist. Let's see if Beverly's still here. And Roger, and True's still here. Okay, we got 3 panelists. Okay, let me unmute you. See there? Yeah, there we go. Now let me.
Well, hello.
There we go, Beverly. Yay.
Hi. Good to see you. I'm doing well. Unfortunately, I came in the last 5 to 10 minutes, but I met you probably about, close to 4 years ago at an event that you had in Ontario, and I'm trying to think of the name.
Yeah.
Anyway, I met you then, and I've been following you ever since. And I love what you have to offer, your $1 Million Speaker Summit. I, too, am interested in your affiliate program.
Good. Okay, so just send me an email, and I'll send it out to you. And that way, I'll get you registered. And you just have to fill out name, address kind of thing. And then I will send you an email with your affiliate link in it, and you just send it out or tell people about it using your link to sign them up, and you will get 50% of whatever the current ticket sales are.
That's wonderful. I want to say this to you. I appreciate your tenacity and your consistency. I learned so much from you in that 3-day conference that it really propelled me and launched me into really owning up to my God-given talents and what it is that I know I'm put on the earth to do. And as a result of being consistent and just following my dreams and listening to what I knew I was supposed to do, I now have my own publishing business, executive business writing. For years, I'd written all types of documents, 501s, business startups, and all of those things. And now, as a published author, I'm able to help other authors publish their books. I've published 3 first-time authors in the last 6 months. So thank you, and thank you again. And thanks, Rosalind Green, for inviting me to your event all those many years ago.
Yes, thank you. Wonderful. That was a wonderful, beautiful testimony. I think what you're talking about is when I did Christians in Business Who Rock.
Yes, I think it was at the Ayers.
Yes, at the Ayers Hotel, and I don't do that event anymore. So see, that's what's so valuable about coming to the events and not waiting, because I'll only do an event 2 or 3 times and then I do the next one. This one is what I do now, and then the next one might be something else, right?
Well, I tell you, it launched me right into where I needed to be and where I am now. Thank you again.
Great. Well, come back to the well, drink of it again, because there's more for you to learn.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Beverly. Thank you. All right, so Beverly and Roger and everyone else, thank you again so much for being here and staying to the end. And I hope to see you in Irvine. And otherwise, I'll see you on more webinars, because I got a few more lined up before the event. And this is my big boy. Come on, come here. This is my big boy, Zeus. Okay, can you see him?
Yes.
Yes, this is my big boy, Zeus, because I am a dog lover. All right, so we'll see you later. All right, Beverly, I hope to see you soon. Send me the emails about the affiliate, and I'll get it right out to you.
Will do, my dear. Blessings.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.